Standpack, and I will be the MC for today's announcement. Before we start, just a few quick housekeeping items. We've muted all participants and attendees joining us today via Zoom to minimize background noise and disruptions. We ask that you please keep your microphone muted throughout the program. After the formal program, there will be a time for media questions. For all media joining us virtually, we'd ask that your display name includes your name and the outlet. The media portion will be moderated, and we would ask that you would raise your hand function at the time for questions. And just so everyone's aware, we are recording and live streaming the announcement today on FedDev Ontario's Facebook page. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Chris Biddle, Member of Parliament for St. Catharines and a tireless advocate for this region, to deliver some remarks. Chris, hi. You too.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Murray, for the introduction. It's great to be back. It's been a few years since we came with good news, but it's great to be here. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we're on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe people, many of whom continue to live and work in this region. Thank you to all who've joined us in person and virtually. It's exciting to be here again back in Smithville. I'm happy to welcome my colleague Minister Tassi to the Niagara region. Be joined by Vance this morning, and Lisa Hefner, our colleague from Hamilton Mountain, is here as well. Many of you know Smithville and the Niagara region are home to a strong manufacturing sector and a highly skilled workforce. Manufacturing is such an important part of the economy for the region. Here and together, we're laying the foundation for the next generation of businesses that are revitalizing manufacturing sector and adopting environmentally friendly solutions across the region. I'm happy to be back here at Standpack a few years back. Had the pleasure to meeting Murray, Matt, and the team to make a previous investment in the company, and it's great to see the growth that's happening here. It's companies like yours that anchor the manufacturing sector to help grow the economy, create jobs, and produce made-in-Canada solutions. I'm pleased, though, the person with the really good news, to introduce my friend and colleague, the Honourable Filomena Tassi, who is the Minister of the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario. Filomena.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde, and thank you, Chris, my amazing colleague and MP for St. Catharines, for that introduction. And thank you, Murray and Andrew and Matt and the team here at Standpack for welcoming us today for this very exciting announcement. Thanks as well, Murray, for beginning with that important land acknowledgement. And I too want to just thank both Vance and Lisa for being here today to share this good news. Also, I know that there are local mayors that are joining us. Some are here, some are virtual, but also to be surrounded by the workers. That's really important. It's fantastic that you've taken time. We don't want to stop production going because this announcement is about just the opposite of that, but we're absolutely delighted that you're here to take a few minutes out of your day and to hear this exciting news that we are bringing today. As Chris has said, the Niagara region has a reputation for being a hot spot for innovative advanced manufacturers such as Standpack. These are dedicated workers who put a lot of hard work to make the Niagara region what it is today. And we are surrounded by those workers standing right here beside us. And I'll tell you this was one full display earlier today when I had the opportunity to meet with the team and tour this growing family-owned facility, and to hear a little bit about the growth, to actually see the pictures on the wall of how this facility started, this business started, and the growth today is absolutely outstanding. And that is, of course, by the leadership of this family-owned team who's dedicated, who's passionate, who is looking ahead at the future and is gaining the success and really having a problem of keeping up with the demand, which is absolutely fantastic, but it's also the workers who are here with us today. So Murray, Andrew, Matt, and the team here have helped put this company on the map and made it a true leader in their field, developing packaging solutions for growing food and the beverage industry. When you go now and buy your favorite flavor of ice cream, and you know that that container was made by these workers right here, soon, once you reach the bottom of it, the only choice you'll have left is whether you recycle it or compost it. And it's innovations like this that are going to keep driving our manufacturing industry forward, as companies like Stampak and their employees are rising to the challenge to meet the new demands from the clients who know we need to reduce the amount of waste in our landfills. Everyone here today knows how vital the manufacturing sector is to the economic prosperity of the Niagara region, Ontario, and the country, which brings me to why we are here today. On behalf of my colleagues and the government, I am pleased to announce a $5 million investment for Stampak, one of the largest manufacturers in Smithville and an industry leader in the paper, board, and glass packaging for the dairy and beverage industry. With this investment, Stampak is transitioning producing fully recyclable and industrial compostable products right here at this facility. We had the opportunity to tour and to see this work in action. You understand that our future is green. You know how important it is to ensure that the products you are creating are leaving a positive impact on the environment, and you are leading the way. I'm also happy to announce that this investment will create 30 jobs right here in the Niagara region. This is how we grow a healthy, sustainable local economy that works for everyone. Together, you are positioning Canada and the Niagara region for a strong future that will have lasting impacts on local economies. Congratulations again to Murray, Andrew, Matt, and your hardworking team. I look forward to hearing about your future success and new green products. And now I will pass the mic over to my colleague, MP Vance Badaway, to say a few words. Merci beaucoup.
Well, good afternoon. I have to say, it's always a pleasure being introduced by a minister. I kind of feel special today. Thanks, Phil. But it's a privilege to be here today. And I want to thank Minister Tassi for the introduction as well. And thank again the team at Stampak for hosting us today, and congratulations on your exciting funding announcement. I have to say, while I was walking through this place today, you know, I miss this. I at one time did what you did, you're doing, being in business for almost 40 years and seeing these shelves and all the machines and everyone working as a team to really ensure that not only the product gets out, but that you folks are having fun doing it and really making a difference with the overall organization here at Stampak. The work that you are doing not only will support the vitality of Southern Ontario's manufacturing sector and of course our regional economies, but it will also provide critical steps to enhance sustainable recycling packaging across the dairy industry and beyond. And not just here in Canada, but in the States and quite frankly, worldwide. Through these types of investments, our government is working with leading companies like Stampak, not only to strengthen important sectors, but to strengthen you as employees, as part of the team, because you're it. You're the ones that are doing the job and ensuring that this company stays afloat with all the machines and all the equipment that's here. You folks are operating it. You're the ones that are making the difference to ensure that the product gets out to market and it gets out in the way that your customers expect it to be gotten out at. It's creating good jobs. Everything that we're doing today, we're working together with you to create good jobs and to drive a competitive and greater future for all of Canadians, especially right here in Niagara. And I'll digress for a second by saying this. It wasn't by accident that Stampak put up shop here. You know what, land prices being good, the infrastructure that's growing in this area, not only here in West Lincoln, but across the entire region, including our location within an overall market, and the transportation infrastructure we have here available to that market, rail, water, road, and air. A great place to not only establish and be established, but a great place to grow. So as the Member of Parliament for Niagara Centre, I'm proud to represent the important work going on in this dynamic and vital region of Canada. To Murray, Matt, Andrew, and your team, congratulations, all of you. Hold your heads high, chin up. Good job, well done. And as a leading advanced manufacturer, you exemplify Each and every one of you exemplifies the hardworking dedication, excuse me, hardworking dedication that the Niagara region is known for many generations. Manufacturing, and now once again, compound that with our location and of course the transportation hub that we have available here in both Niagara as well as Hamilton, our neighboring community. And I also want to congratulate you on your resilience and your ongoing commitment to greening the manufacturing sector here in Southern Ontario. Today's announcement is great news for the region, the planet, and the economy. And to each and every one of you, I say congratulations and all the best well into the future. Thank you. Merci.
Well, thank you very much, Minister Tassi and MP Biddle and MP Badaway for that wonderful announcement for Stampak. This type of partnership not only helps our company, but the community of West Lincoln and all of Niagara benefit as well. We have with us today a group of suppliers, community leaders, whose hard work and dedication helps us achieve our goals. All of us working together, resulting in an amazing community where we work, where we live, and enjoy life. We welcome each of you visitors here today. Next, I'd like to introduce Matt Witt, co-president and co-owner of Stampak, to speak to this investment. Matt.
Thanks everybody for coming. Minister Tassi, we're very, very excited today about the announcement and very thankful. So I appreciate you coming today. I'll speak a little bit about what this investment by FedDev does for us and allows Stampak to do. As has already been mentioned, we have a really strong commitment to developing sustainable packaging. So what does sustainable packaging mean? It can mean a variety of things, but it means developing packaging that can, reduce plastic and reduce foam. And it can also mean using raw materials that are either compostable or recyclable. So that sounds simple, but it really isn't. Probably when you drove in, you saw a building being built. We're adding a 40,000 square foot facility. And also, I'm sure when you walked around, you saw all the new equipment that we've invested in over the last little bit. But probably the most important part and what this investment allows us to do is the investment in the people. We're able to retain and hire new people. And, that is probably the biggest part of it. It's such a huge thing. And then those people are a lot smarter than me and Andrew, and they can implement these initiatives. So that's kind of the goal. So again, I just really want to say thank you. This is a big, big deal for us, and we're really appreciative.
So again, to Minister Tassi, MP Biddle and MP Badaway and Matt and everyone who was able to attend today, thanks very much, those in person and those virtually. So now I will pass this along over to FedDev Ontario for the media portion.
So we're now ready to take questions from the media. So come to the mic should you have any. One question, one follow-up. No questions in the room, so we will move online.
Thank you very much. For those media online, please ensure to raise your hand and we will give it a moment. And we have no questions online at this time, so that brings us to the conclusion of the event. Thank you very much.